Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're looking at two of the most tragic events in aviation history, both involving Middle Eastern airlines. One is the deadliest mid-air collision the world has ever seen, and the other is a heartbreaking shoot-down incident. Let's start with the one connected to Saudi Arabia. On November 12, 1996, near Sharqi, Dodri, India, two planes were on a collision course. Saudi Arabian Airlines Flight 763, a massive Boeing 747, had just taken off from New Delhi, heading to Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, with 312 people on board. At the same time, a Kazakhstan Airlines Ilyushin IL-76, Flight 1907, was approaching New Delhi to land, carrying 37 people. Air traffic control had assigned them different altitudes to keep them safely apart. The Saudi plane was cleared to descend 14,000 feet, while the Kazakhstan plane was instructed to maintain 15,000 feet. But a fatal mistake was about to happen. The crew of the Kazakhstan aircraft, likely due to a language barrier and misunderstanding the instructions, descended below their assigned altitude. They dropped right into the path of the ascending Saudi jet. Before air traffic control could realize what was happening, it was too late. At 14,000 feet, the tail of the Kazakh Ilyushin sliced through the wing of the Saudi Boeing 747. The impact was catastrophic, and both aircraft spiraled out of the sky, disintegrating before hitting the ground. Tragically, all 349 people on both planes were killed, making it the deadliest mid-air collision in history. There were no survivors. The aftermath was devastating for families in Saudi Arabia, India, Kazakhstan, and around the world. The investigation pointed to pilot error on the part of the Kazakhstan crew as the primary cause, compounded by poor English communication and the lack of modern collision warning systems on their aircraft. This disaster became a massive wake-up call for the entire aviation industry. As a direct result, it became mandatory for commercial aircraft worldwide to be equipped with TCAs, or traffic collision avoidance systems. English language proficiency standards for pilots and air traffic controllers were also tightened, and radar monitoring systems were upgraded globally. Now let's shift to another heartbreaking incident, this time involving Iran Air. This wasn't a collision, but it remains one of the darkest moments in civil aviation. On July 3, 1988, Iran Air Flight 655, an Airbus A300, took off from Bandar, Iran, for a short flight to Dubai. On board were 290 people, including 66 children. The flight was proceeding normally in a designated civilian air corridor over the Persian Gulf. However, the region was a zone of high tension due to the ongoing Iran-Iraq War. A U.S. Navy warship, the USS Vincennes, was operating in the area. In a tragic case of mistaken identity, the warship's crew misidentified the civilian Airbus as an attacking Iranian military jet. Following what they believed were their rules of engagement, the U.S. warship fired two surface-to-air missiles at the aircraft. Both missiles struck Iran Air Flight 655, causing it to break apart and crash into the waters of the Persian Gulf. All 290 souls on board perished. Both missiles struck Iran Air Flight 655, causing it to break apart and crash into the waters of the Persian Gulf. All 290 souls on board perished. Investigations later confirmed that the Iran Air flight was on its correct route, climbing as expected, and transmitting the standard civilian transponder signals. The incident was a result of threat misidentification in a highly stressful and tense military environment. The global reaction was one of shock and outrage. Iran vehemently protested, and the event caused a massive international controversy. So, let's compare these two tragedies. The Saudi Arabian Airlines incident in 1996 was a mid-air collision that claimed 349 lives, making it the deadliest of its kind. The Iran Air incident in 1988 was a military shoot-down, resulting in 290 deaths. Both events were horrific and, importantly, preventable. They stand as grim reminders of the fragility of life in the skies and led to profound, lasting changes in international aviation safety rules and military-civilian coordination protocols. These stories are tragic, but they are a crucial part of aviation history, teaching us lessons that have made flying safer for everyone today.